Hello peeps, Hillbilly Halfwit, feeding my sheep today while it's raining outside. And just heard earlier on the radio how Mr. Starmer, the farmer harmer, thinks that telling truth is a revolutionary act. And you're basically a right-wing terrorist if you say that. Go and read George Orwell's book. The Animal Farm, well, his books, The Animal Farm and 1984. Where telling the truth is a revolutionary act. You can tell you've got really arsehole leaders when that's how they are. They can't handle the truth. They blame the truth instead of fixing the problem. The narrative at the moment is there's white people doing the same thing, so you can't get the savages as neither. You can't stop the savages doing it because the white people are doing it. Stop them all doing it. It's not right-wing to say these people are fucking perverts. What on earth is going on in the UK? We got a guy in charge who's a coward. He runs away from the UK at the first chance, and he does everything over loudspeaker from in his little office. He can't even meet the people. He's too afraid to meet the real people. Gordon Brown was like that. When he met the real people, that woman told him what she thought of him. Like the rest of us, what we think of Labour. Labour finished, and the Conservatives. We've had a guts full of all them. The only way for change is to vote for somebody else. I think you know where I'm coming from. Eventually, over time, they'll turn into the same thing, but use your vote as a tool to get what you want. And in the Welsh Senedd, we can get it next time. Get rid of these tossers. Fascists. National Socialist Fascists. Now, it's what happened in Scotland a few years back at the referendum. Nationalist Socialist Extremists took over. And what we got in Wales at the moment, National Socialist Extremists. That's what happened in Germany in the 1940s. National Socialist Extremists. National Socialist German Party it was. And they'll tell you whatever they want, but all them meetings that Hitler and that started having in them pubs were union meetings. They were all union meetings in them pubs, and they grew and grew to bigger things. It's a nationalist, socialist German party. Don't forget that. That's where it all comes from. It all comes from people wanting to force you and me to do something that we don't want to do. And if we say no, we're bad people. That's what's going on from nationalist socialists. Go and read The Animal Farm. That was one of the books that I suddenly realised the left and the right are the same thing. Same in Auschwitz and all that lot. My dad actually, when he was in the Canadian Army, he went to Bergen-Belsen in Germany. And he told me he never ever forgot that. Don't get me wrong, some people of that have done some wrongs in history, but it didn't mean you should go and just suddenly think, oh, I'm going to wipe them lot out. Because they're nutters. Absolute nutters. Nationalist, socialist nutters. And then you've got the far right and the far left are the same thing, exactly the same thing. They all want to force the individual to do something they don't want to do. We've got savages in this country coming across here in boats. We've got savages doing stuff to our younger population, and everybody's afraid to mention it, what it really is. Now, speaking the truth is a revolutionary act in the UK, and it's far right to say two-tier policing, even when we know we got it. We got a situation in London. If I was walking down the street with my missus, and somebody suddenly attacked both of us and nicked her handbag, and I phoned the police up and I said, hello, somebody's just attacked my wife. She's down here knocked out, unconscious on the floor. Can I have an ambulance? Can I have the police here? They'd say, who are we looking for? And I'd say, well, it was a dark guy. Right. You can't say that. I said, how are you supposed to know who he is if I don't tell you what colour he is? That's the situation we've got in London. And you can't stop and search people, only white people, to check if they got a knife. because it's discouraging, it's racist to stop anybody with a knife who's doing some stabbing. That is two-tier policing. I know I go on here. Sometimes I think to myself, how am I going to find enough content for a whole week? So 7 days of videos. It's easy. It's absolutely easy. 5 minutes. 5 minutes and you can see it. But the world is going nuts, but the UK is gone nuttier. We got savages coming in here on boats. Savages coming in here more than we got an army. Like I said to you the other day, a football stadium, we'll put all our army in. I think our army is no bigger than the Israel army. It's minute. Ukraine has got a bigger army than we have. And we're bringing in 1 million of them, of savages each year. Jesus Christ. All our leaders, past Labour and Conservative leaders, will be looking back in despair at what's going on. Absolute despair. So that's the vote, the one for today. I'm not in disbelief because we've got a load of nut jobs in charge. So please subscribe down here. It doesn't cost you anything and it helps me out. And you hear a little bit of real talk from me, as long as my channel's still here, because apparently I'll be labelled as something else now. Ta-da!